This tune with this home screen will bring back so many memories to a lot of people, and this one maybe even more. RollerCoaster Tycoon is for many people of my age, and to be fair people that are a tad bit older than me, an iconic game that is carved into their minds. Released back in 1999 by Chris Sawyer, who previously released Transport Tycoon, became a great success, which led to RollerCoaster Tycoon 2, 3, and it hurts to say 3D, 4, and of course, World. A game that lets you build a theme park however you want, where you need to manage and maintain the entire park, from security to groundskeeping to making sure the people in your park don't starve to death, became the all-successful RollerCoaster Tycoon 1. I personally have not really played RollerCoaster Tycoon 1, as I was a really tiny little baby back when it was released. I, however, a bit later on though, hopped onto the RollerCoaster Tycoon bandwagon with the second release in the series, RollerCoaster Tycoon 2. Granted, I played that game way after release, thanks to the beast PC I had back then. RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 did nothing special, nothing new. It was more of what we had with RollerCoaster Tycoon 1. It also had 2 expansion packs like RollerCoaster Tycoon 1 did, but they were created by Frontier Studios and not by Chris Sawyer. The game, despite being the best selling in the franchise, was not received particularly well. Critics found that in the 3 years after RollerCoaster Tycoon's once release, not a lot has happened. It still had the same old gameplay and the same old graphics. It did however bring some optimization, higher resolution, better AI, and one of the most important features, the ability to stack scenery items. It also came with one of the sickest features, at least if you ask me, the scenario editor. And who can still remember doing this? No, just me? That's fine too. There was so much to do in RollerCoaster Tycoon 2. You were no longer stuck with the scenarios made by the developers themselves, which really gave you the freedom to create whatever you wanted to. A park based on an island, a park based on a mountain, it was all possible now. Playing this game right now though feels a bit dated. The graphics of this game are older and playing it on a 4K screen just feels wrong. However, if you still want to play this game, there are some amazing possibilities. In 2015, OpenRCT 2 was released, which really did some amazing things with the RollerCoaster Tycoon game. From widescreen support to some interesting features like Twitch integration and co-op multiplayer. It also added some key features that were removed from the series after the release of RollerCoaster Tycoon 2, like boosters. It fixed some bugs, added some fast forward support, and even a tad bit more. The key feature about OpenRCT 2 is the fact that it's free, as long as you have RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 installed, and it is also recommended to have RollerCoaster Tycoon 1 installed. In 2017, however, another option to still play this amazing title is RollerCoaster Tycoon Classic, an Atari release that can be found on Steam and mobile. It's fun to play on mobile, but playing it on PC really should be what you want. The holdback, however, is that this game will cost you 20 whole bucks. Yeah, 20 whole bucks. The criticism I have with this release is that it does not have the RollerCoaster Tycoon feel like the older games did. Thanks to the quote-unquote improved UI, which plain looks too modern for this game, just doesn't feel right. What it does do better than OpenRCT 2 is the fact that you only have to download this game and nothing more. You get everything from RollerCoaster Tycoon 1 and 2 in one simple package. I, however, would recommend OpenRCT 2 way over Classic. But let's take a step back to 2004 with the release of RollerCoaster Tycoon 3. It's the first 3D installment in the RollerCoaster Tycoon games, which really came with some awesome new features. You are now able to ride the ride you have created, and of course the key feature, you are now able to see and build your park in the 3D world, which, believe me, made things so much easier. Wow, look at those water graphics, aren't they beautiful? Sawyer was again involved under development on this game, but now is an executive producer at Frontier. The game was received well, but came with quite a bit of bugs on release, and not to forget, this game really started struggling when your parks became too big. Your parks, however, did feel way more alive, with the thousands of peeps running around in your park and enjoyment. This really made your park look so much better. RollerCoaster Tycoon 3 also had 2 expansions, Soaked, which added one of the best features ever, pools, making slides, insane diving boards, and only things crazy people can imagine. It was great. The second expansion, Wild, was also good, but not as amazing as Soaked. It basically added some Zoo Tycoon features to the game, which were definitely neat, but not as amazing. RollerCoaster Tycoon 3 might have been one of the best theme park simulators ever, as it took basically everything from the previous 2 games and improved on it, but people just did not really seem to enjoy it that much, which might have led to the huge gap between this game and the next one, RollerCoaster Tycoon 3D. A new roller coaster game was released on the 3DS in 2012, developed by N-Space and published by Atari. It is not sure if Sawyer worked on this game, but he was credited for it. The game felt way more restrictive than all the other games, and it was not received well. What made RollerCoaster Tycoon great was the fact that you were able to do whatever you want, change the landscape, name your rides and more, but it was all missing in this game. From this point on, things started to get dirty, and this is where the RollerCoaster Tycoon franchise really left everything behind and became a joke. In 2014, RollerCoaster Tycoon 4 was released, and to many people their disbelief, it was a mobile game. The RollerCoaster Tycoon community was not pleased, which led to a reaction from Atari, which we will go into later. RollerCoaster Tycoon 4 was a joke. It was priced at $3.99 in the App Store and yet still contained microtransactions. Nothing that made RollerCoaster Tycoon great was in this game. People were not happy.
Here's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to slam my head into my table as hard as I possibly can. Hopefully I'll die, because then I won't even have to be in a universe where this sort of shit is acceptable. Here we go, head smashing time.
Atari, their reaction was RollerCoaster Tycoon World, a game that got people their hopes up but really flopped. The game was buggy, broken, and there was not nearly enough content nor rides to choose from. The game was not challenging in any way, shape or form, and it was developed by multiple devs. It was plain bad, even though I really enjoyed the way coaster creation worked in this game. The release of RollerCoaster Tycoon World might have been the final breath of air that this franchise has given to their community. It's sad to see how such a great name gets thrown in the bin like this, and it genuinely made me a bit sad. There are however some great new theme park sims out there, like Park Attack and probably the best one ever, Planet Coaster. For the people that don't know, Planet Coaster is made by the original developers that made RollerCoaster Tycoon 3, and is what RollerCoaster Tycoon World should have been. Planet Coaster, on the other hand, deserves a video on its own. This, however, is the history of the RollerCoaster Tycoon franchise, where RollerCoaster Tycoon 1, 2, and 3 really deserve a spotlight, and the rest of the series does not at all. My name is Cubie, and I'll see all of y'all in the next one.